Let's wholesale real estate. We're gonna wholesale real estate. If you wanna wholesale real estate, then you are in the right place. You don't need no money, you don't need no credit. It's so simple that anyone can get it. Luke's gonna teach you just how to get started. All you have to do is learn and apply it. You are in the right place. You're gonna wholesale real estate. You're gonna wholesale real estate. So let's get started. Hello, beautiful people. I am your host, Luke Madeus, and welcome to the School of Wholesaling. On this show, you're going to learn how to wholesale real estate without using any money or credit. If you want to learn how you can make profits wholesaling real estate wherever you are on the right show. So pay attention because class is in session. Let's wholesale real estate. We're gonna wholesale real estate.
What's going on, beautiful people? Sak passe, not boule, and welcome back to another episode of School of Wholesaling. I am your host, Luke Madeus. Welcome back. And if you are brand new to the show, welcome. Welcome to the School of Wholesaling, also known as SOW Real Estate. I am your host, Luke Madeus, and I am excited to be serving you today on this podcast episode. On last episode, I talked about how we're back. And I am excited to be back. Listen, I've got so much to share with you. Some of you here listening you might be someone who's listening and you've been an avid listener. You've been listening to the School of Wholesaling for a very long time. You know what I'm about. You know my story. You know you know what's going on, right? And you're just looking to get the update. You're looking to get the new scoop. You're looking to get, replenished. Or you could also be that person who is someone who's listening to the show right now because you're brand new, you don't know where to get started, you don't know, you have no idea what's going on. You're just trying to get from where you are right now to at least knowing what you're doing in your business. Regardless of where you are right now, regardless of what your position looks like, your current situation looks like, any of that, I am excited to be here to serve you because I know 100% that this podcast will 1000% help you on your journey through real estate investing as long as you desire to be able to do it with the least amount of risk, to be able to leverage the least amount of money, and to be able to do it with even bad credit, okay? Now, I want to have a quick conversation about something and then we'll dive into, closing your first deal because credit is so important. It's so important. When I got started, y'all, I had horrible credit. It's part of my story. It really happened. My credit was under a 6. I was probably lower than a 5. It was ugly. Late payments out the way. It's ugly. However, I believe that is the reason why God gave me the gift of wholesaling real estate, because it gave me a way to make lots of money without needing to have access to credit, right? It taught me how to be resourceful. And then imagine if you're somebody right now who's listening to the sound of my voice and this is your current situation and you got bad credit, you can't leverage credit right now, and you're just struggling. It's difficult. It's hard. Learn real estate wholesaling. Learn how to leverage your time rather than money. Figure out how to leverage your time. Develop a skill set where you can get paid a whole lot more for your time rather than getting paid, $10, $20, $30 an hour, however much your employer is paying you. Imagine getting paid, $500 an hour for your time. So leverage your time to be able to get more money and utilize that money to fix your credit so that way you can be able to get access to a large amount of money so you can leverage that to then go buy assets like real estate, okay, or make investments, and run your business most importantly. And so with that being said, y'all, there's no excuse here. I want to give you the blueprint. I want to give you the plan. You can listen to this episode right here. It'll give you an idea of how I got started from that exact same situation, so that you have a plan. But I promise you, when you fix your credit, life becomes 10 times easier. When you fix your credit, your business can grow 10 times faster, and I can help you do that as well. All right, I can help you be able to do that. I've got a team that fixes credit. We fix your credit. Okay, we need your credit to look good so that way you can be able to get out there, get get funding for your business. Okay, large amounts of funding, 100,000 to $250,000 in funding, so that you are able to pay for all the things you need in your business. So definitely fix your credit, y'all. Just want to make sure that that's very clear, because it is literally like turning your business and your success on hyperdrive. Now, with that being said, in the situation where you're not able to leverage credit, that's what I would do. I would totally just learn wholesaling, because I can leverage my time to make the money and then use the money to get my credit fixed. I can hire somebody to fix my credit and I can get my credit fixed. And then from there, now I can leverage credit, and I can leverage credit to run my wholesale business, which clearly is working for me right now, right? So now I can up my marketing. Like I can dive all the way deep in it, right? And I can really blow the doors off this thing. But before any of that actually matters, though, we've got to just close one deal. All that sounds very, very fantastic. All of it sounds very, very juicy and just hot and all that great stuff. But at the end of the day, we are not really able to proceed until we know how to close one deal. Because the truth of the matter is, once you close one, you can close them again and again and again. It's just the process. But the first one is the toughest one, because you got to develop a process. All right. So with my first deal, y'all, I'm gonna kind of try to really share this quickly, because I have podcasts, earlier podcasts, where I'm really breaking this down, my story, right? But how I closed my first deal, y'all, I closed my first deal through someone who became my mentor in this space, right? At the time. And at the time, I was recording with my camera. I had a camera. I had a DSLR camera. It was a Canon T3i DSLR camera. I had the Rokinon lenses on it. I mean, it was just like I love that thing. It was such a nice camera. Took beautiful photos. And I say I loved it because now I got a new camera, and on top of that, the iPhone cams work just magic, right? But that's neither here nor there, right? So during my journey, I came across someone who was willing to teach me and help me be able to, learn real estate investing. And in return, what I did was I would help my camera get photos and different things like that, and just leverage my skill in return. And he mentored me. He coached me through the process. And so it wasn't until I've actually got a mentor, right, where I had hired him and allowed him to lead the way in my life, allow him to be able to guide me. I trusted everything that he said, and in 90 days I closed my first deal. So the reason I say that all of that, because it was the moment that my life changed forever. That deal was $31,125.97. As you could tell, I know it down to the pennies, because I will never forget how my life changed on that day of October 26th of 2016. So, with that being said, I want you to have the same experience. I want you to close your first deal. I want you to be able to know what it feels like to hold your first check, right? And for me, it was a life changing thing. And for many of my mentees, it's a life changing thing, because the truth of the matter is, once you've done this once, you can do it over and over and over and over again as many times as you want. Hopefully, you never stop doing it, and you just build your way. You grow your wealth, you grow your capital, and you change your life forever. You achieve financial freedom. That's what I'm hoping will happen for you, right? And so, with my first deal, it took me a while, right? In January, this was after I learned about wholesaling. I learned about wholesaling a little earlier that year, and it was in January. I remember I was going to start my official endeavor into the business, and that's when I sold my only car that I had. That was my 1992 Honda Accord. I sold it for $1,200 and a PlayStation 4, which I still have today. And I sold it, and so that way I can take that money and invest it in my dream. I can take that money and invest it in my new real estate business. I can take that money and invest it in myself, right? And so that's what I did. Now, the thing that I made an error at, and that's not really an error, it just meant that it's going to take me a little bit longer, is that I should have probably have sought help first. Why? Not because I didn't understand the process of wholesaling. It's not that I didn't understand that I need to get a house at a discount and then find a buyer for it. I understood all of that. That's why I had enough confidence to even go for it, right? And do everything that I did to get to that. But what I did not yet have is experience, right? I didn't have the experience yet of actually going through the process. When the uh, when the homeowners call my phone is ringing, or I'm making cold calls, and I've got to be able to talk to them. I've got to be able to know what to say, know what questions to ask, know how to be, know the next step of the process. Having a process to how I actually close deals, and and that's something that I did not have, and I didn't have the skill set. Most importantly, I was not that person, right? I was still an introvert at the time. I was scared of getting on the phones with people, and especially someone that I'm going to make a lowball offer to. Like, I just felt like I did not connect with that at that time. But that's okay, because that was then. This is now. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Look into your future. The future you is going to look back in time, and they're going to say, that was then and this is now. Because I'm me in the future. I'm me fast forward 9 years from feeling like that. Back in the day when all of those things were challenges for me. And now today, I'm a different person. I'm a new person. I'm a renewed person. I've grown from all of those lessons and those blessings. I've grown through this journey, and that's what's going to happen to you. You're going to grow through this journey, but it's most importantly important to have someone in your corner who's going to help you actually cross the finish line. Because I'll be honest with you, I would not have made it if it weren't for having a mentor who was holding me accountable, checking in with me, and making sure that I was on top of things, on top of my houses, making sure that I was on top of my deals so that I can get more deals closed. So that is pretty much how I got my first deal done, y'all, right? I was able to find a mentor. He taught me the game. He showed me what to do. And what we actually did, y'all, was simple. We sent out mailers. This was back in 2016. We sent out mailers, okay, and we were just mailing people. We were mailing distressed homeowners, and we were mailing them. First campaign was like $800 something in mail, and that was the one that produced the deal for $31,000. So the returns on it was absolutely ridiculous, and it only took me 90 days because the seller was difficult to actually reach. Right, it was very, very difficult for me to have a conversation with this person, so it'd take me like 10, 15, 20 days just to walk them through a step of the process, and it took us 90 days to get him to closing. It took me that long because mainly it was just difficult to get back in touch with him. But we got the deal done. We got the deal done, y'all, and it has absolutely changed my life ever since then. I've never looked back. I will never not be running a real estate investing business. I will never not be wholesaling, even if something were to happen where you know God decides that my position is supposed to be meant doing something else. Like, I'm never not gonna be closing a real estate wholesale deal or real estate deal or purchasing a investment property. I'll never not be doing that and helping someone else do the same thing. I will never not be doing that. I will never not be helping you also close wholesale deals and also be able to position yourself as an investor and invest your property, invest your money. I want to help you be able to do some of the things that I've done in my life, so that way you can utilize that information, you can utilize that skill to help you improve your life. And when done properly, you can really be able to improve your life really, really quickly. And it's not a pipe dream. I'm not here to sell any kind. This is not a get rich quick scheme either. But the truth of the matter is, when you have the right plan and you've got the resources, you got everything you need, success is actually much closer than you think. And having the right network is a key component to that. So listen, I invite you, if you're ready to close your first deal, you know what to do. Go to my Instagram at Luke Madeus, at LucMadeus, and visit me there. Send me a DM. DM me the word first deal, so that I know that you're ready to get your first deal done, and let's get your first deal done right away, right now. If you have enjoyed this episode of School of Wholesaling, also known as SOW Real Estate, subscribe to this show and share this show. And most importantly, leave your review. Leave a review. I want to know what you really think. Let me know how I can improve. What do you want me to do more of? Let me know so that way I can continue to deliver to you a great show. If you're interested in receiving my personal assistance to help you launch a zero risk, recession-proof real estate business that can help you thrive right now and in any market, visit SOWcontent.com. That is SOWCONTENT.com. and join my free web class right now where I show you exactly how to do that. I want to help you launch your real estate business. I want to help you close your first deal, and I want to help you grow your business. I've got all the tools. I know all the people. I've got all the resources. All you need to have is the determination, consistency, and drive. And if you can promise me that, I can promise you results. Let's get to work.